Recently, we've seen so many child actors really crash and burn as they were trying to make the transition from being child actors to successful adult actors. Why do you think that you were able to make that transition so smoothly?
You mean crashing and burning in terms of, in what? A bit more specifically, what do you mean?
Well, you know, we all know about these people of note, the Lindsay Lohans of today. You know,
Right.
they're just not able to really make that transition a smooth one from the success as a young person to the success as an adult professional.
Well, look, there are ways to get successful and there are ways to get successful. And although when you have a big hit, you're going to get success quickly, that big hit might be the result of years and years and years of doing jobs. And then there are people who just get hit really fast. Now, those are kids. You know, when they first became successful. I mean, all those Mouseketeer kids, you know, and those are kids. I would like to see a person of 50 or 40 manage the transition from obscurity to international stardom over a period of 2 or 3 years as successfully as those kids have. That's not an easy thing to do, no matter what time of life you're in. And these are kids with very little experience of life beyond what you normally get. I mean, they get, you know, sophisticated because they have more sophisticated experiences and they get pushed very quickly into sort of hyperspace. But to be able to handle fame and attention and all of a sudden people running around, you know, around you like, you know, you're the center of the universe, and having all of that, it's very hard to manage. It's a very unnatural thing, and it takes experience and level-headedness to negotiate it. You know, I was a kid actor, so I mean, I worked my whole life. By the time I became a star doing the Waltons, I had already been acting for, you know, over 10 years. So I mean, it was like, you know, it was work to me, and I had parents who were in the business, so they were ballet dancers, but they knew the theater and they knew how to go to work in the theater, and so, you know, my home life was somehow structured around being a working professional in the performing arts. So that wasn't like alien territory, and I wasn't living out my parents' fantasies, you know, of success. So I had it lucky that way. I just, you know, for me, it was just about going to work. But I still made my, you know, share of stupid statements and, you know, ridiculously, you know, entitled behavior and stuff. You know, maybe not as crazily as some people. But handling successes can be just as difficult as handling failure. It's really not all that different, actually. Hopefully everyone gets the chance to learn how to handle success. That's what I would wish on everybody. But I think the perils can be similar. Home life, I think, is important. I think what's instilled at home is very important. You know, the idea that you have perspective. It's very important, because you're going to be surrounded by people who just are going to take everything they can and make you feel like it's all you when really it's not. So I feel, you know, I look at people like Lindsay Lohan and I think, man, that's really too bad. You know, that's just sad, you know, that because there's so much unhappiness there in the middle of all that fabulous wealth and celebrity, but that's not what makes happiness. So, you know, happiness doesn't come from that. Pleasure comes from that, but not happiness.